Hey, what's good? What's good? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know what it is. It's E2G presents First Formation Morning Sports Talk. It's me, your boy Trey. I got my man Ron Lowe from the Speakeasy Sports Shenanigans. Y'all can catch them every Wednesday night. Bishop, I'm sure, will be on the way shortly. We here. We up. It's Monday. We done went through a weekend of sports, a couple of things on late Friday. Y'all know what it is. Ron, if you there, brother, how you doing this afternoon? A correction, this morning. I'm sorry, I'm tripping.
Yeah, I wish it was the afternoon. It's 6 in the morning. It is football Mondays. These Mondays is about to be out of control, Trey. They
Oh
better
yeah,
get ready.
oh yeah. No, say they caught us last year, kind of late. The football season was on the outskirts. I guess we pulled up just in time for the postseason, but now they get us all season long, preseason, regular season, postseason, off season, NFL conversations,
Get
all
ready
the
for the madness.
yeah, even then, as we get into it, maybe a little spring season as well. When we start looking at the USL, the FL, the XFL, it's just football, gridiron all day, every day. How was your weekend, man?
Gridiron Mondays. It was good. I got to watch football. It was beautiful. You
Uh,
bored on a Saturday or Sunday, you just get to turn on the TV. Oh, look at that. They're playing football.
full days a week, the whole weekend, nothing but football. Thursday,
Life's all right.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's so interesting games. Like you said, basically, it's over the course of the weekend. We're gonna definitely get into some of that. Like I said, it was a lot of stuff that went on um, over the week. One thing, of course, uh, those who are into the pugilistic sports or combat. Teofimo Lopez made a jump from 135 to 140, fighting as a welterweight. As he got the W. I watched it. He did get the W over Pedro Campa. Uh, Easy work, 7 round knockout or TKO. Um, he took care of business. Now, of course, Teofimo Lopez was once the undisputed champion at the 135, but he did take a L to Cambroso. And he went away for a second. Out. I know he had an injury out for 296 days, and then when he
Dang.
makes his 296 days. When he makes his debut again, he pops up and he done moved up into the welterweight division. And now he's on that bravado. He gets his first dub in the welterweight at 140, and he's already talking about he wants the top guys. His quote, we want Josh Taylor, we want Prograsius, we want Zapata, we want all the belts. That's really what we and want want to become a two-time undisputed world champion. Basically, he'll say, "I take them boys and take their whole dreams away. I'm to be their nightmare." So,
Mm. You want your smoke?
oh yeah, that's what it sounds like. He wanted it all, but it comes to a point. Is that really what people be wanting, or is it? I want to do boxers or anyone fight. Even when you play against people, do it be like, you know what? We might be a little outmatched here, but we're here for it. True that, Coach Wayne, without a doubt. And that's one of the things he talked about. Haney, I know he did before. I think he was talking about because Haney now holds his belt, of course, and if he because Haney took it off at Cambrosis, so it's like okay, that's where my belt is. But he moved up and moved on. Uh, Maybe he secures that dude. To's not on that level. What you say that it's funny you say that, Coach Wayne. As I've watched the fight, um, T.O. looked all right, but I don't know, like you just said, if he would be ready for the Shakurs or the Haney if he went back or he dropped back down. Maybe there's a reason why he left. It just wasn't, he did what he did. You can't take away that he was once the undisputed champ, um, and now he's no longer. Now he's moving on to the next division and trying to make a name for himself there. So maybe it's a strategic move, or maybe not. Of course, we will remain to be seen. I know one thing that's coming up at some point. We might get that fight, Terrence Crawford. It may go down. It may go down with Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence, as is a possibility that fight may happen. They're looking at potentially dates November 12th or the 19th. So it could be a early holiday Thanksgiving, little appetizer before Thanksgiving. They have yet to they have yet to complete the deal, but right now it's looking like November time frame, the 9th or 19th or the 12th, either
They're gonna
or.
make that happen.
Oh yeah, nice and succulent, something to get down with. Greens, beans, tomatoes. So of course, you know what I'm saying, a little conversation. I would be remiss if I didn't shout out my Los Angeles Dodgers MLB action, as the Dodgers are currently the top team in the MLB, Major League Baseball. Currently,
Didn't they get smacked yesterday?
they did. See, you know what? It goes to show that Ron only has the mentality is you as good as your last game. They were on a 12-game win streak prior to them taking that L yesterday.
Damn.
Even as Ron said, even as they did get smacked, as he said yesterday, they're currently 79-34 with 59 games left in the regular season, having a 9-1 record in the last 10 games after it was on a 12-game win streak until they did take an L yesterday. So yeah, it did happen. But see, that goes to show
Okay.
Ron is on that you
I
only as good as you are the mentality. I got it.
No, I was unaware the Dodgers had won over 10 games in a row. That's very impressive, despite slacking last night. That's
So
that's
that's
that's dope.
crazy.
I'm looking forward to October because I speaking of sports over the weekends outside of football, I was watching actually a lot of baseball, and there was another baseball slacking last night. What happened to the Yankees? Dog by the Red Sox. That was a good
You
game.
know, that be those rivalries, man. When it goes down to it, uh, it comes down and the
Yeah,
rivalries make a difference. And that Boston Yankees one is one for the ages, so it just
right.
continues.
It's gonna be a fun October. All the baseball teams that we need to be good are good. So
Hopefully, we don't have any. You know what? I'm not gonna bring up old stuff because it just strikes me a certain way every time. It just you're saying the demise. You know what? Why is it all the Los Angeles teams that have to go through the BS? USC with the allegations, they got the supermax punishment when it was alleged that Reggie Bush accepted gifts, and we get we get more than what SMU got. You know what I'm saying, with the Pony Express and the death sentence, they just gave USC a double death sentence, but we still plan to prevail. You know, the Dodgers get pooped, get crapped on when you look at the with the cheating scandals that stopped them from becoming victorious 2 years in a row. It's like all this comes, I guess, heavy as a head that wears the crown is the in state.
right. If you on top and you running your industry and ain't nobody throwing no stones up at you, you ain't doing something right.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is, man. That's exactly what it is. Even
It's all them little markets. Little markets looking up at Los Angeles. There's no way we letting this slide.
we
That's
can't let
why
this.
every time we bring up a Los Angeles Lakers trade, people get mad.
Yeah, uh, David Stern, yeah, all the teams in
Right.
the GTA, he had to veto our trade. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Everybody could trade for a player, but if the Lakers trade, oh no, here we go. The Lakers always gotta do something, doing too much.
always doing too much. Like, no, we're gonna stop this right here, right now. But it is what it is. I get it. I completely understand it. You got
Heavy
it.
is the crown.
Yeah, heavy is the crown, man. Heavy is the crown. That's why people talk about your man's LeBron. Like, is he the GOAT of the era? They don't say he can't be the GOAT. He got to be the GOAT of this era. I know I'm probably still sort of.
And that's why LeBron was like, I gotta go to LA. LeBron went and won chips in Cleveland, Miami, went back to Cleveland. He's like, you know what, Trey? I gotta go to LA. I can't end my career not have played for Los Angeles.
That's what it is. So now he gets it. And you know what? I seen something the other day. I didn't even look into it, but where it said that basically LeBron is not yet amongst the greatest Lakers. Of,
Facts. He got at least win one more.
that's
I mean,
interesting.
he's won as many rings as Jerry West. And how many Lakers greats do we have to go to get to him?
Yeah.
LeBron's not eclipsed Jerry West yet. And that's the floor. Jerry West is the dude that welcomes you into the Lakers all-time Hall of Fame facility. Welcome, Kareem's upstairs. Shaq's hall's down that way. Maybe we'll have a LeBron and AD room one day.
I don't know about AD. Maybe LeBron. Yeah, because I mean, at this point,
If
LeBron
they
is living. He's living off of what he's done in other organizations. Although he did get a W, him and AD did get a W, but at that point, so did Rajon Rondo. So it's like,
yeah. They
so
gotta
it's like,
win one more, Trey. One more. One more and it's over. It's gonna be over.
but even in that conversation, a couple of leaks came out. We're talking NBA action right now. A couple of leaks dropped over schedule leaks at that point. I think the NBA again another slap in the Lakers' face. I believe, although it could be a thing about ratings, but another smack in the NBA in the face of the Lakers, where for opening the season opener is expected to be the Lakers going to Golden State uh, for the season opener, to where Golden State will receive their championship rings. The disrespect. All the teams they
Wow.
could have put it there, they want to put the Lakers to face them on their ring night. Really?
Wow.
29
Petty
other
is real.
teams. 29
The
other
petty
teams.
is real.
That's the disrespect that we have to incur. They could have got why they didn't
Why ain't
pull,
they sending to Boston?
why they or even not send Boston to them, or why saying a rematch, run it back type thing. They could have did Memphis. They could have did the Clippers, since everyone's all on the Clippers. Why they didn't bring the other LA team to Golden State to with Kawhi and PG? Why send the Lakers at this point? I understand it's a big draw, but you know what, NBA, you're gonna pay for that. We got something
Heavy is
for
the crown.
you. And then
All their life they had to fight.
all they like, and so that's expected to be on the 18th of October, and then on the 20th they want to continue with the shenanigans, where the Lakers will are due to face off against the Los Angeles Clippers, a battle for the city. 2 days later
Mm,
in
mm.
Crypto.com arena. Um, what I
That's
hadn't
how
realized.
you know. That's how you know the NBA missed LeBron in the playoffs. Trey. This is all. This is just telling you basically talking about LeBron. All I heard is
They
LeBron,
just
LeBron,
front loading everything. Like, we just gonna give a heavy dose of the
LeBron.
LeBron and the
We
Lakers.
missed you, King James. Where's the honest games at? Oh man.
So the Lakers will take on the Clippers on October 20th, as Kawhi and PG Paul George will do battle against LeBron and AD, with John Wall and Russell Westbrook presumably currently in the fold. Um, that's what's going down on the 20th. Uh, but what I did not understand, or what I did not know, I understand it. Well, I don't understand it, but I know the Lakers have dropped the last 7 meetings to the Clippers.
Right. I was just thinking it's gonna be a loss.
They dropped the last 7 losses to the Clippers. And in these last 7 losses, we're talking about, they have not played where LeBron and AD and Kawhi and PG were on the floor at the same time since December 20th. That is the Christmas game in the 2020. That was the last time all 4 of them were on the floor together and played at the same time.
Now, now, Trey,
I'm listening.
you know I ride for the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
The Clippers is gonna get in them draws this year. It's gonna be bad. What is this? August 15th. It's gonna be a beat down. Unless Kyrie is in the facility next month. Oh, the Clippers. The Clippers is gonna give Lakers the beat down, and it's gonna last all season long. Cause
He's going to have
They're
a effect. Are you saying the Lakers going to be 0-2 to start the season? That's what I'm hearing.
no, no, no. I think they beat Golden State. I think they
Okay.
beat them bad. I think LeBron gives us that, remnants of 2016 when he blocked Steph Curry's shot and he's just like, "What you doing? You know who I am." And the Warriors is gonna be on high road celebrating. But when they gonna get that wake up call when they go to face the Clippers, man. They all coming back and healthy, and they got a bomb squad. The Clippers their team's really unfair. The only thing that makes it fair is the fact that we know Kawhi and Paul George ain't gonna stay healthy. We
So,
know
but
this, right?
they going to do them at the
Like
beginning
Trey,
of the
we
season.
know this.
That's probably why the person at the beginning of the season, like, we going to go ahead and get this out the way so we can get our ring.
Right. If they stay healthy all year, there's no Giannis, KD. I don't care who we get. You're not beating all of them dudes. All of them dudes. That's the pickup squad when you go in the gym and you're just like, wait, what? How y'all get on the same team again? There's just no way. And then they got Coach Tyronn Lue and one of the richest men in the world backing them. Golly. And they going to fall apart. That's the tragedy of the Clippers, Trey.
I'm fine with it.
Great roster, great coach, even greater owner. And they got Jerry West. I think he might have switched teams, but
No,
he's their
I think
liaison.
yeah, he came back. He left Memphis to come back to Los Angeles, the Clippers.
And they gonna fall apart, Trey. And we're gonna be here to laugh every second of it.
I'm here for it. I have no quarrels with it.
Yeah, but to start the year,
Yeah, to get it right.
John Wall and Reggie Jackson. Man, we gotta talk about the Clippers. Okay, them guards. And I say John Wall and Reggie Jackson, and that's not even my favorite guards on the team. I'm a nun guy, a Nan. What's his name? The young dude.
I know who you're talking about. The
Yeah, he's just vicious. Then we can get to the wings. Let's see how many wings I can name before I get to PG and Kawhi. My favorite one, Robert Covington. Then we got the whatchamacallit brothers, the twins. Then we got the Morris twins. Yep. Then we got the dude that came over from I don't think he resigned though. But that's another wing that they got. He's like 6'9". And then we get the PG and Kawhi. That's a starting five of wings, Trey. A starting five of wings with Paul George and Kawhi.
Terrence Mann, was you talking about?
Yes. Terrence Mann, outside of Tyrese Maxey, is one of my favorite under 23 guys.
So Curry to get run. They had, like you said, the guards. He started off with Reggie Jackson and now John Wall.
Peace.
Yeah. Wings, you got. Oh, they just Diabate is the rookie that they picked up from Michigan. Robert Covington.
My God.
Like you just said, Terrence Mann is another guard. They picked up Xavier Moon. Norman Powell was another pickup, another wing you was talking about. Jason Preston, John Wall.
Norman Powell is a starting wing on every playoff team. It would take some time for us. Maybe the Celtics. The Celtics and the Warriors, he wouldn't start. But outside of them, wow.
They secured Nicholas Batum, so he's back in the
Batum, that's what I was talking about. 6'9", corner three. Lord have mercy.
Brandon Boston Jr., Amir Coffey, Rodney Hood, he's back. Luke Kennard.
Jesus.
Marcus Morris Sr., Jason Preston, and of course Ivica Zubac, along with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
That's what I want them to upgrade. Zubac.
Really, Zubac? You don't think Zubac is a good enough utility guy?
He is, but that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't mean by upgrade him by get rid of him, but if you can package him and get like a dude, like if I could trade Zubac and get what's the dude Drummond.
Oh, Drummond. Okay.
If I could still like a Drummond, yeah.
Okay. Someone that's just going to do the dirty.
Yeah.
Someone. Okay. You don't need them to score. You just
That's
need them
the
to.
easiest way to improve their team to get to another even higher level. Because you can't really improve nowhere else. You ain't getting no better wings. You ain't getting no better guards.
Oh, it looks like
It's gonna
someone
be
is
a fun
pulling.
next week.
Looks like someone is pulling up as we speak. Looking like they're clearing their eyes. Fresh off a weekend of celebration. What's good, Bishop? Good morning, brother. What's going on?
WGO, WGO, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? First formation. What's good, Trey? What's good, Ron the Professor? How y'all living on
I'll
this
be good,
Monday
brother.
morning?
How was your concert?
You talking about
Comedy show.
the the comedy? Oh yeah, it was great, man. Man, if you have an opportunity, let me tell y'all. If y'all get an opportunity, go to be able to check out Reality Check. Kevin Hart, make that move, man. Make that move. When I say the whole starting lineup leading up to Kevin, the three guys that came on before Kevin, shut the show down. Kevin was actually, when they say the cherry on top, shut the show down. The true cherry on top. They shut that thing down. He couldn't have picked a better three, man. All three of them cats was hilarious, hilarious. And then he closed it out nicely. Reality Check out there. He's touring right now. I don't know where his next destination is. As far as I know he came here on Wednesday, and then I think he went to Dallas for 2 days, and then he came back to San Antonio on Saturday. That's when I caught him here Saturday.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. But yeah, man, yeah, definitely well worth it. Definitely well worth it. Guy had a good seat, great
What
seats.
was the funniest thing or the thing that you remember the most?
You know what? A few people have said that, but have asked that question, and I have to say, all of it was funny, man. There was
Hey,
nothing that really, when it comes down to it, it's nothing. On these other comedy shows, it's like, what was it? One of the things he used to
Well,
say
there was
was,
certain things that he said that you just
you,
it's just
you,
here.
you, you,
All
you,
right, all right, and all that type of
there
stuff.
you go. That all right, yeah. This one, mm-mm. His whole show was just that, man. His whole entire show was off the chain. From when Kevin, when he started talking, man, he started laughing at his own jokes. It's about to be funny. He started to laugh before he even get the joke out.
go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin killed it,
Go
man.
ahead,
He just
Kevin. I love
and
hearing this.
yeah, and that's the
Kevin,
first.
is he ever gonna stop working?
I don't know, man. And this is the
He
first.
go,
So this is the thing, right? I've seen him. This is the first time I've seen him in person, live. I've watched all his
wow,
comedy shows on
of
all the
course,
networks, but this is the first time I've seen him live. And when I say this boy put man,
it's
that boy is a
different.
fool. It's different. It's so different, man. It's so different. And then he had the entire AT&T Center in tears. The entire AT&T Center, man.
So
That
you said you had good seats. Like, where are we talking good seats? Are we talking where you could be seen the heckle good seats? Or are we just talking about good seats to
no,
where
I wasn't. No, 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 no. I wasn't that damn close. No, 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 no,
you know
no,
what?
no,
I did
no.
that in Las Vegas, the Laugh Factory, bro, and I wish I hadn't. Like, even
Yeah,
though my man didn't get on me, but
no.
it was teeter tottering and stuff like that. So he
Yeah,
came. I was a subject of conversation a couple of times, but he wasn't clowning me or anything like that. So,
no,
but yeah,
no.
so
That's one thing. That's a cardinal rule. Good and
oh yeah,
well
don't
not
say
to now. Don't put yourself in what do you call it in fire range. Don't put yourself in fire range. Don't do that. Don't do that. We was on the floor. We was on the floor, but we like there was a group in front of us, probably about maybe I don't know, maybe 10 rows that was ahead of us, and then it was 10 rows because we was in row 12, and then there was about 10 rows in front of us after that. So we was good ways back,
so just in the
but we
shadow.
was on the we was on the floor, so we could see him real well and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna be in firing range. Nah, don't do me. You're not finna put me on TV. Oh, buddy. But he didn't do. You know what? He didn't do. He didn't do anything like that. I want to say. And I don't know what's his name. Spur here. Not Ginobili, not the old school one, the black guy. I can't. His name is right on the tip of my tongue. I was trying to think of it before I got on the show too. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Who?
Duncan,
Bowens. Bruce Bowens. Bruce
Chris
Bowens.
Bowen,
Bruce Bowens.
Brian Chris Bowens, yeah.
Bruce Bowens. He was there. He was there. He was there. Bruce Bowens was there. So they talked a little bit about him, but that was it. That was, no more than that. But it wasn't no really like crazy jokes or nothing like that. They just kind of like recognized that Bruce Bowen was in the building. For the show. That was basically it though. But yeah, if you get a chance, man, if he comes in your area, man, go check out Reality Check. It's well worth it, man. Well worth it. You want to get a good laugh, he gonna get there.
That's indeed. So getting back into the a little more of the conversation we was just talking about. We was talking about leaked schedules, in which the first two we talked about the Los Angeles. It wasn't by design. It was just so happened that the Los Angeles Lakers played in the first two games of the season. One being the starter in Golden State on October 18th, and the other one being the October 20th as they play against the Clippers. And then we was just about to talk about, I don't know if you're feeling it, Ron Bishop, the Christmas Day schedule, as it's 7 of the 8 teams that played in the playoffs, or the last few games of the playoffs, are scheduled to play Christmas Day. Milwaukee Bucks travel to the Boston Celtics. The Philadelphia 76ers will be hosted by the New York Knicks. The Phoenix Suns will do battle with the Denver Nuggets in Denver. The Los Angeles Lakers will take a ride to Dallas to face the Mavericks, and the Memphis Grizzlies will be in Golden State taking on the Warriors. As Keith says, they got their wish. Everyone talking about the game, in which that's most likely the game right now at this point is looking to be the game of that schedule. Memphis Grizzlies at Golden State. How y'all feel about that lineup? Is there anyone y'all think shouldn't be playing? I know Miami didn't get a play, isn't playing. That's one team that's not playing. That was in the playoffs late in the season. That's not playing. But how y'all feel about that?
Doesn't those games play in there? Or am I thinking about Thanksgiving? That football games are being played at the same time?
No, that's just a Christmas. I think they're not going to have games. What day is Christmas on? You know what they tend to do is they even one push leave the market open for the other organization for their big slate games, or they play them offset where it's earlier in the day or something like that. But so that's Christmas. So the regular NFL season will still be going, but I don't think there's any I think. Oh, you're right. You're talking about Thanksgiving. You're thinking of Thanksgiving, Bishop.
Yeah, that's what I was trying.
The NFL has Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I want to say the NFL. I mean, I do believe there's some NBA games
There
too.
are games, but it's no marquee
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, right. So yeah, for me, it would definitely be that Warriors and Grizzlies game. That's definitely gonna be a game that I'm sure a great deal of people gonna be watching. Simply because John Moran and of course the defending champions, Golden State Warriors. So that's definitely a game that I feel like is a game that's gonna be probably the game of the night, and that's a good game to post up, man, or to have play on Christmas Day. Real good game to have played on Christmas Day. So I think that's the most anticipated as of right now.
Hey, shout out K Rich, as co-host with me on Sports and Shenanigans. He said Memphis and Golden State got the wish.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. When y'all say that, what do you wish? Like, what do y'all mean?
Memphis got their wish.
Was they looking for Golden State or something? Like, was they?
They want all the smoke.
You don't remember Memphis came out talking all that trash on Golden State right after they won the trophy? Yeah. And what's the big chocolate dude's name? Draymond, of course he got into it with him. All fiery as always.
Yeah, I do remember that.
John Morant had to walk it back.
Right, I forgot. I completely forgot about that. I remembered it after I started saying it, and I was like,
I think we was talking about it, Bishop. We was like, they need to calm down.
Right, yeah, right. Never make it that far. Yeah, calm down. Yep. I do. Yeah, that is a game that's definitely gonna be looked after.
So yeah, we remain to see. You know, what I'm saying at some point, I guess with those,
It's big.
it should be coming soon where we get the full slate and know where our teams and when they're playing, who they're playing, and all that, so we can take a look at it and be like, okay, it's going down. So that's coming. That's definitely coming. What Jaquan say? I don't understand why the Grizzlies are still trying to trash talk the Warriors after they won the finals. I mean, I don't know. Wooden. That's one thing we can say is John Morant was not there. And
That
I'm not
part.
saying God would have made a difference, and he made it, but John Morant was not.
We're gonna do this.
I'll just say that's you know say as long as you think about it, as long as he wasn't there and he wasn't playing, that's always going to be something like okay, you know saying like John
What
was
could have been? Yeah, what could have been is what
no.
Trey is saying. What could have been? Yeah,
Wow.
what could have been?
Wow.
And that's, I mean, a healthy John Morant, right, Kenneth, a healthy team, period, compared to the Golden State Warriors. A lot of people, but I'm just don't do the wild, Professor. That's what a lot of people
I'm
say,
here.
man.
I'm here.
A lot of people,
I'm here for
no,
this.
a lot of people feel that. Yeah, a lot of people feel.
They was, but they wasn't playing Golden State for a 7-game series when they played the 26-3. So they took some people. True enough, they went off with Ja was out, but when they needed him the most in that series, he wasn't there. And you know, think about when he was there, how the series was going. So I mean, it's just I'm not saying it would have been that, but we don't know what we would have got.
That part. If Ja was there, you think we
I first, fellas, want to know, when has Golden State ever won a championship when everybody didn't get injured and everything wasn't working right for them?
It hasn't happened.
But you know, before we get to that, the Memphis Grizzlies are so much better than the Golden State Warriors. We're not about to do this. We could go through every player, all the players. But, it was kind of the same thing in the Celtics. Because we went through like the top 5 players all the time, and it was like 4 Celtics and then Steph. Right? And it would be like that with Memphis too. Like we would have to go through like Triple J. I'm taking Triple J over Draymond. I'm taking him over Clay. Everybody but Steph. Same with Ja Morant, Desmond Bain. The Memphis Grizzlies are the same, but so I shut up. I'm not gonna get no smoke to Golden State because they still.
No, I feel you. I feel where you're going with that, the Professor. I totally feel where you're coming from.
Thank you.
I totally feel where that. I can see where that's the argument to debate.
I think they would have gave Golden State one for.
Ja Morant's different because he did drop 50 on him and walk off and win the game, and then got injured. So Jason Tatum wasn't doing that. He had lemon booty. Right. Ja Morant he ain't made of no lemons. He made of pavement and concrete.
Walking around like the thing.
That boy's the truth, man. He remind me of AI. I'm telling you.
Who, Ja? Ja reminds you of AI?
Yes.
That's fair.
I support.
That's a fair assessment. Yeah, that's fair. I could see that. That hunger, that tenacity. Yeah,
Yes.
I can definitely.
We need to pray to the basketball gods. This is not another Derrick Rose or Brandon Royce situation.
Ooh, you so right about that. Because what could have been
Hardaway.
Derrick Rose, Penny Hardaway, Grant Hills. What could have been if they never gotten injured?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Wooden is in the comments. Wooden, real quick. I know the East won the NBA championship. I mean All-Star game. What was the score?
Who won it? Who won the All-Star game? East?
The East won, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know at 10 minutes it was like 87. So, but what was the final score, Wooden? What did you do? Wooden, let us know what you did. I know you didn't win the game, but what was your stat line?
What was them stats, dog?
You said 106 to 101.
What was your stat line?
It's an All-Star game, though. It's really about having fun.
They said it was about having fun until the fourth quarter. Professor, that's what they said. They was like it's fun all the way up until the fourth quarter. Then it's about truly winning the game. and showing who's the best.
Right.
East, West.
Yeah,
So,
that's what we need to know. What was the stats in the fourth quarter? Who had the most points in the fourth?
Yeah, that part. I've been through a lot. I'm recovering. Ooh.
He said he ain't do it.
He was having fun.
Richard said
161.
I hope that recovering is fun.
160 to 163. Good Lord. Y'all putting up NBA score numbers out of
so
everybody more.
Now, something interesting that was said over the course of the weekend during a interview. Giannis brought up that he may, at one day down the line, end up playing for the Chicago Bulls. Of course, that seems like it's a homage saying that everyone will play Chicago or finish a career in Chicago.
That's so disrespectful. That's so being the greatest thing that's been in Milwaukee since Kareem, and you gonna disrespect them by saying I'm gonna go up the street and play? I'd be hurt if I was a Bucks fan. He would have been better off saying the Lakers.
They would. That's something they would have expected, though. You expect great.
The Bulls.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But I don't. But I mean, okay, I get what you're saying, Professor, because maybe he should have came out and said it. However, it ain't no different than what LeBron did.
Right.
Ain't no different than what LeBron has done. So I mean, I totally get it. I get where Giannis is coming from. I just probably wouldn't have said that because now the Milwaukee fans is like, really, dude, that's how you feel, really? Every time the game, like, really, I really don't feel like you.
They ain't gonna do Giannis like they did LeBron though, because he light skinned and he from Europe. I can't wait to see if they vilify Giannis. But no, fellas, how long do you think you could really be a world global talent like Giannis and stay in Milwaukee?
Not long.
5 years max.
Yeah, Milwaukee's not that team, bro. Like you said, they're just not that team that has players that could be solidified as legends.
Right.
Wow, in Milwaukee. So yeah, no, you can't.
I don't think Giannis makes it back to another championship on the Bucks.
Ooh,
I don't know. It depends on what happens with KD. It really does.
Ooh. Wow.
I heard he's coming to Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, Giannis? Oh boy. Don't do it.
It's just jargon. It's just jargon. We don't even need to say it, but it needs to be, spoken. Speak it into existence.
Speak it into the existence. Speak it into the yeah. I wouldn't want him to see him. I know you want to see it. I wouldn't want to see him in Philly.
Turbo.
I don't want to see him in Philly. I just don't. I can't see him and being side by side. I can't. I know you see it, Ron, but I can't. I can't see that.
I don't see it. I can't see it. When I close my eyes and try to see it, I just see championship gold. So
he be like, just you in fact make it happen just in time for the new stadium. Just in time for the new stadium.
It would be like KD. It would be like KD and Steph. That's when we would need Commissioner Stern. If the Nets give up Kevin Durant for Maxey and freaking Tobias Harris, it needs to be vetoed. No way. No.
Wow. That's crazy. Wait a minute. Wooten, a high school kid won a 3-point contest.
23 out of 30.
Yeah.
He was hot.
God. 23 out of 30.
Yeah, I think his name is DeXavier. He's from Airline High School.
What school he going
to? You ain't lying. That's impressive. What's up, Leslie? What's up? What team takes the Memphis Grizzlies leap in the NBA and the NFL this year?
Great question, Leslie. Great question.
The Memphis in the NBA.
The crazy thing about the Memphis Grizzlies is they was the best team in the NBA and they wasn't healthy all year last year. Ja Morant was always out. That's how good they were. So I just say that.
The Memphis Grizzlies leap. I don't know, man. I don't know who that team is in the NBA, to be honest.
What? You root for one of them in the NFL.
Well, I know who it is in the NFL.
Don't
Oh,
don't get that thing started. We ain't even started. Like I know you trying to
Yes, it
jump it out the gate
is.
waiting to get to the
I know
NFL.
yeah,
Like we
I
all
know.
expected.
Yeah,
We're all
yeah,
expecting the Eagles to be dope.
yep.
Dope.
I
We'll get
already
to
know
them.
what
We'll
it
get
is.
to them.
Yeah, we'll get to that. The NFL is not hard for me at all. It's the NBA who I'm
Could it
missing.
be? Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Could it be Atlanta? Like the way DeJounte Murray is out here disrespecting people and like really like I'm here. Like he made DeJounte Murray was an all-star in the West. Like Ja Morant, Steph
Mm-hmm.
Curry, Chris Paul, Devin Booker. Ja Morant
Mm-hmm.
was an all-star,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's with Trae Young. Like, whew, he out here
Yeah.
doing off the easy on dudes.
The Atlanta Hawks is definitely a team that could be that team, man. I could
It's
see
definitely
them.
gonna be a team out east.
Yeah, I could
Could
definitely
it be
see
the
them coming.
Knicks? The Knicks, Trey?
The Knicks? No, I don't think it's the Knicks. I think
The
whatever
Knicks got
Okay.
team. So without it, I would like to say the easiest route and the easiest way it would be is a team in the East because we know the East tends to be a
Yeah.
little sometimes, but I don't know if there's any team that's ready to make that jump. I
That's
won't
what
say it's,
you
again.
won't say.
I wouldn't say San Antonio. I'm remiss to say the. You know who it might be?
Who?
That
A team out east.
no Sacramento.
The Kings.
Yeah, Sacramento. I think
Which
they done slowly but surely quietly built something.
Crept up.
To where,
Yeah, crept up with some stuff.
where it may not be a situation like what Memphis did, but in their own right compared to who they are, it might be a situation where they might push to get into the play-in or something like that, or been there then start to fall off. So I think it might be the Kings.
Hmm. Look at Ron over feeling it, bro. Ron over here just feeling it. Bro. Ron is over here feeling it. Wow.
the Kings. The
Oklahoma, maybe.
Kings.
Oklahoma, that's another one.
California. No.
The Thunder.
Yeah, that's another
Oh
one.
well, yeah, you know what? They got a young. Yeah, they got a young squad. They do got a young squad.
In Orlando in the East, Ron. I think Orlando in the East. Not like I said, don't get it twisted. Not like what Memphis did, but in their own right, off of who they are. Well,
So
that's
all these teams that we just named, the thing I like about them all is they all got that fresh young star. Sacramento is a joke. They're going to be horrible, but they do got Keegan Murray, and I'm expecting big things from him. Same thing with Oklahoma. They got our boy Banchero in Orlando. But the one team we didn't say yet, the one team that I feel is the best out of all of these,
who's that.
Detroit
What?
basketball.
This dude, you know what? He has a infinity for Cade Cunningham right now. Maybe Ivy is in there too, but
Oh
he's
yeah, oh yeah.
Cade Cunningham.
Cade is a beast, though. You cannot deny the fact Cade Cunningham is a beast. I think he is yet to come into a shell to let everybody see what he's really capable of yet. But I think he is that dude.
Hey,
The crazy part is he's not going to be.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the crazy part is he's not even going to be the best player on his team because I love Ivy way more.
Oh, do you?
You know what? I would even be
D
willing
Wade vibes.
I would even be willing to throw in Cleveland as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, it basically what we're saying is what is going to the NBA season sound like it's going to be lit this year.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be lit.
Because we're not talking about the Blue Bloods. We talking about up and coming talent. We ain't talking about the Clippers. I mean, correction. I'm sorry, that's blasphemous. We're not talking about the Lakers. We're not talking about Golden State. We're not talking about we have no reason to talk about Brooklyn, but we're not talking about Brooklyn. We're not talking about New York.
We have no reason to talk about the Lakers. That's
Come
what we
on,
have.
we always got a reason to talk. Just before we got on, we had a whole soliloquy about why we talk about.
I'm glad I wasn't on for that.
See, Trey, heavy is the crowd.
Yeah, heavy is the crowd. Heavy is the crowd. Every time we talk about the Lakers, hashtag. Every time we talk about a Los Angeles team, heavy is the crowd is the hashtag.
Yeah, just like y'all always, just like we got to talk about a California West team, we got to talk about a Brooklyn East team. We got to talk about a New York team, and we somebody out of New York got to be talked about. Whether it's
New York,
Either gonna be the Knicks or the Nets. It's got to be
New
one.
York sports.
Gotta be
New
one.
York sports is not the same as LA sports.
Remember
Don't
that?
do that.
Remember that
Okay,
sausage? Remember that
hold on, but
sausage commercial? They used
who-
to every time they used to talk about sausage, they'd be like, "Made in New York City, New York City."
let me ask you this: where are some of the best ballers? Where
Here we
do
go.
some of the best ballers? I'm gonna be honest. That's what they say about football.
I'm listening.
Where do some of the best ballers come from? You don't hear them talking about. You know what? The thing about it, this is why you can't leave New York out of the conversation. You don't hear them talk about playing basketball at no type of park in California. Name the park, and no, not you, Trey. You, Ron. Name a park in California.
It's
No,
the
name a
Rucker.
park.
It's the Rucker. Bishop,
It
I
ain't just
get
the
it.
Rucker.
I get it.
It ain't just the Rucker. It's all the parks out there in
I
New
get it.
York.
I get it, Bishop. I get it,
You
Bishop.
don't hear that-
It's
you don't hear
just this isn't 80s and 90s sports anymore. New York will always be New York. But like over the past 50 years, we could go through all of New York sports, and I think we would get through one hand before we count all their championships. Like the Yankees got a couple, the Giants got two,
Yeah,
college, and that's
there's
about
nothing.
it.
Yeah.
Trey,
You
how
know
long
what?
is it going to take for us to count all the LA championships over like the past 50 years?
It's just like you said. It's like we understand the whole coastal thing. It's the coastal thing, but it is what it is at the end state. Like
Right.
from top of college, in Major League Baseball, in National Basketball Association, the NFL. Like it's you know what
Stop.
they do.
Stop
Y'all
it, bro.
do good with MLS with Major League Soccer. I mean, but
The
And
one thing
baseball.
that Nolan Nolan don't own because he got hockey and basketball completely taken off the map.
Yeah, hockey. You know what I'm saying? Hockey, that's what that's all that if you split the country into
This
two
dude
halves,
put it together. He put the hockey and soccer together. He said hocker. He put hockey and soccer. He's like hocker. He giving us both of them as one freaking sport. He said hocker.
Oh man.
New
York need to do better. New York need to do better. It's unacceptable, Bishop.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that, Ron. We definitely New York, and this is the thing. Trey is from Cali. I'm from New York. I'm from the East Coast. I was born in New York. I get it. We do need to do better. It is past our time. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely past our time for us to get, you know what I'm saying, on the map in regards to no matter what sport. Yeah, the Yankees, they're the only one that's keeping us, you know, afloat.
They keep you relevant right now. They do it pretty good.
They're the only one keeping us
but
afloat.
like I said at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of the show, I said who's top in the major leagues right now is the Los Angeles Dodgers. And they've been there for the last 4 or 5 years. They may not have won each one, but they've been relevant for the last 4 or 5 years. But and we look at it like we know New York because there's no salary cap in major leagues. They were willing to spend them dollars. Where them dollars at in New York, they is making it rain, but it's not producing for the most part. But and we can go back and forth, like I said, the East Coast, West Coast conversation.
Yeah, all day, every day.
Yeah.
We definitely here he go. It's not. It is not. Here go Ron with the nonsense, man. Not, and I reiterate, not going to be the king.
That's true. That is good point for Stanton. Brooklyn had a chance. I honestly thought it was going to be a Brooklyn-LA battle, and then
we did have points. We did, but we
snatched it. Phoenix snatched it, and basically made it a illusion to what we thought. And then the second year around, we thought the same thing. Boston snatched it. We did get a West Coast representative. It just wasn't the Los Angeles Lakers. So, I mean, and now KD snatched it. We're not going to even get it. There's no even reason to sit up and think that is going to be anything. We're going to have a Brooklyn, LA meetup at the end. It's not. We're past that now.
Facts.
Okay, so so I see what happened with this. So let me see. Hold on, we'll get to that, Leslie. You put a Pinterest. We'll get back to that question when we come to the NFL because I know when we in the NFL, it's going to be something because this dude is probably going to talk about all the stuff like I can imagine the conversation we're about to have in a little bit. When we go
what are you talking about, Trey? Whatever would
I'm not going to even walk into that.
I think he's about to talk. I think he's referring to Jalen Hurts having like 5,000 yards this year, probably 6,000 between running and passing.
That part.
Probably the number one fantasy quarterback we all should really get.
No. Go ahead.
Miles Sanders is gonna have like 1,300 yards, and you can get him in the 8th round of fantasy.
Let's go.
Miles Sanders is just gonna be running through holes, Bishop. We might as well get the football right now.
Bro,
you got Dallas Goedert, AJ Brown, and a dang Heisman winner as your third option. A Heisman winner. Your third option.
Look at this dude is so giddy. Look at him. I ain't never seen him so happy.
Bro. He's saying all the true things, man.
That part, Kenneth, setting them up for disappointment.
Okay, Kenneth.
Do you know, Bishop, who do they compare Devontae to? Who do they compare Devontae to? Do they not compare this man to Jerry Rice, a poor man's version?
They are already.
That's our third option. A poor man's Jerry Rice. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. They do already compare him to that already.
So one time for this, of course, a little recap of a couple of teams. New York Jets faced off against the Philadelphia Eagles. 21-24 was the final score. The Jets victorious. In that game, however, Zach Thomas did get injured going down with the
Zach Wilson.
Wilson. I'm sorry, Zach Thomas. Zach Wilson did get injured going down with a non-football type injury, non-contact, torn meniscus, as it expects him to be out 2 to 4 weeks. It's the same knee in which he injured last year with the PCL injury. So I believe that's a reason for to be a little cautious and take some heed to it. So Joe Flacco will be the starter going forth. Although Joe Flacco lost 7 of his last 7 straight starts. The last time he won was in Denver in 2020.
For New York, he's starting for the Jets.
He's going to be the.
Why are they doing this to us?
Because Wilson went down.
This is like corporate America. You know what I'm doing, Trey?
Wilson went down. He got to put somebody in.
Oh, John Lynch.
For real, that's what I was going to say. Robert Saleh is like, hey. So I thought
we have like. Do you know we had 3 first-round picks this year in the draft? You want a 22-year-old DB?
Zach Wilson, like I said, went down. But before going down, he was 3 of 5 passing, 23 yards, 1 interception. Mike White, last year's darling, that he did to dispatch Cincinnati, was 10 for 20 with 98 yards. And Chris Strebler was 6 for 9, 62 yards, 2 touchdowns.
What's up, Fred? What's good?
Michael Pirine, 10 carries for 51 yards. Brees Hall, 5 carries for 15 yards. Zonovan Knight, 6 carries, 13 yards. Zach Wilson was a 1 carry for 7 yards, in which was the 7 yards was the one in which he went down. Mike White, -3 on his 1 carry, and Chris Strebler, 2 carries, 31 yards. As far as receiving goes, Lawrence Cager, 2 receptions for 40 yards. Denzel Mims, 2 receptions for 25. Garrett Wilson, their first-round pickup, 2 receptions for 25 yards. And then Elijah Moore, 1 for 9. So basically, 1 reception, 2 receptions, as everyone got a chance, threw the ball around. With the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, 6 for 6, 80 yards, 1 touchdown.
Wait. I know it's preseason. It's about to start. He ain't drop a pass, Bishop?
No, did not 1 incompletion.
Ain't no balls off helmets. No, it's so hard. It's just a single fingertip could mess up a catch.
Not
they
one,
all was
bro.
perfect passes. Dang.
Not 1, bro. 6 for 6, 80 yards and a touchdown. It would have been 2, but they called 1 touchdown back. But I'm just saying, this dude. I mean, and he did 1. It was 1. He only had 1 series. He did 1 drive, and that was it. They pulled him.
He may be young, but he's ready. we got to look at the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl odds, Bishop, because we could put in like a
Yes,
$50
sir.
bet and
Go
end
ahead and
up
put
this
your,
year
go
with
ahead and put your bet in
$5,000.
now. There you go. There you go. Go ahead and
Yes,
do that.
sir.
Make that happen.
You
Y'all
right,
go
Ron.
do that.
You absolutely right, Ron. Because
I
these
would put
dudes,
$50 on that to get
bruh,
5,000. I could
we
see it
had
happening.
we lost 21-24, but the total yards they had 308, we had 302, we had 311. Passing yard, we had 223 today, 183. We had 88 yards rushing, 4.5 yards per play, bro. Like, bro, we was hitting on all cylinders, but the defense was doing their thing. Jordan Davis, bro, it's about to be ugly.
Gardner
We running away with it in the
Gardner,
NFC East, man. That's
Gardner
done.
Minshew, 8 for 12, 81 yards, no touchdown. Reed Sinnett, 9 for 17, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Jason
Then you
Hunt,
say Jalen Hurts was what 6 for 6 and 80 yards, and all of them hit 80 yards.
that's probably
Come
going to be
on,
what y'all
That's
do on the
right.
season. But Jason Huntley, 16 carries for 48 yards. Y'all ain't seen too hot at the running back position. Kennedy Brooks, 7 for 26. Minshew, 3 and 11. Sid, 2 for 3 yards. Zach Pascal, 2 receptions for 41 yards. Huntley again, 4 receptions, 39 yards. Quez Watkins, 2 receptions for 32 yards. He did catch the touchdown that Bishop was talking about, but they called it back. Jalen Rager, 3 receptions, 26 yards. No attack.
they talking about trading him.
4 receptions for
No,
29.
they are. They talking about trading him. They talking about getting rid of Jalen Rigger.
Goddard, 1 reception, 22 yards, and a touchdown. Miles Sanders, 2 for 20.
Yeah.
And it goes on. But as Bishop and Ron was saying, or whatever case like that, Jalen looked good, I guess you could say, starting out. But is that sustainable?
Wait. You act like that's a debatable. Thank you, Ron. You said it. Hold on. You said that as though the dude didn't go 6-6. He went 6-6. Are you serious? You saying
He went 6 for one drive, correct?
Correct. That's
so
a perfect.
If that was even a quarter, what do you think would have been that? Because we know, I mean, so like I said, he looked good for a series. But we all know
35-point fantasy week.
That part.
Go ahead and pick him. 2 weeks away. Go ahead and pick him.
You right. I sure am. I pick them every day and twice on Sunday.
Number 1 quarterback.
I'll pick him just to trade him.
Of course you would.
Gosh, he gonna rush for so many yards. Like,
We
just send AJ Brown and Devontae down the field. You have to send 3 to 4 DBs.
That part.
What?
And then you got Goddard. Yeah, you have to double team.
Are you
AJ Brown doesn't need to be double teamed.
AJ Brown.
Maybe got to double team AJ Brown. It's to keep him in the intermediate. You know, the Vontae has the ability to blow the top off, so you might have to sit up and have covering. But you don't even need to sit another DB with AJ. You just need to sit up and have a linebacker sitting in the right position for You're not gonna. You don't have to double.
AJ Brown had 1,400 receiving yards with Tannehill. We can go forward, Bishop.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He don't.
Ryan Tannehill. And then that's our first 2 options, Bishop. And then you got Big Miles Goddard. The linebackers left. A linebacker can't cover Goddard. He's too fast. He's too big. He's gonna have a huge year. Then it gets to the 4th option. We gonna run the ball. You can't stop the run no more. Then that leaves Jalen Hurts back in the shotgun to be able to do literally whatever he wants, which is why he went 6 for 6. The proof is in the pudding. It's gonna be fun.
I see you, Kenneth. See how efficient he might be. He's going to be very efficient. I like Jalen, but I'm gonna wait until the first regular season game to determine how efficient he's going to be. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. The dude is going to show.
Was the Eagles or was they not in the playoffs last year, Bishop?
Absolutely.
They did make the playoffs.
What world did they belong in the playoffs last year? The Eagles was not supposed to be in the playoffs.
We weren't, and we lost to the defending Super Bowl champions in the playoffs.
Here we go with that. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Y'all see how the narratives are.
It sounds just like the Memphis Grizzlies going to the playoffs and going up against the Golden State Warriors the year prior to this past year where they blew up. I'm just saying.
Straight facts, bro. Straight facts. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you all the way, bro.
I can't with these two. This is all season. And you know what was worse? As I was saying, now we're just not getting started at the beginning. We have a full season for me to put up with this. Wait, you know what? I know Bishop. So that's what y'all know. Y'all got to understand. I know Bishop. Wait till the dudes start taking L's. It's going to be Serrani is not doing what he's supposed to do. Why is he calling the calls? Just wait. Just wait. Just wait.
I'm gonna be honest. I am that dude that does that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm that dude. I'm gonna be upset if Serrano is making bad calls. Just like I felt like we should have ran the ball better last year than we did, more. And in with that case, I really did want Serrani. I felt like I didn't, because Serrani is a passing coach, so he's pass heavy. And if I feel like for you as a passing coach, you know, to be able to get the ball down the field and be able to throw the ball down the field, you have to establish a run game to open up the passing game. So I feel like he wasn't doing it. I feel like he just felt like you could just take the lid off and just throw the ball. And at the same time, I felt like he was setting Jalen Hurts up to fail by just keep continuously throwing the ball more than he was running the ball. So I mean that I felt some of my type of way about Nick Sirianni in his coaching skills. But we'll see. We'll see. I know he's a huge more excited now that he's got AJ. I mean, he's got Brown and stuff like that. Like it's really going. You know, I'm not going to deny the fact that I'm a bit worried because now we got more of a threat as adding AJ Brown over there. So now he's really going to think about passing the ball every down. But hopefully he understands that we got to establish a run game to be able to get the ball down the field.
So, of course, in another game that took place on Friday, the Cleveland Browns faced off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville's second game of the season as they played in the first week. It wasn't what we expected, or maybe it was.
It was for me. I like that game. I actually watched a little bit of that game, Trey, and that game was it wasn't a bad game. I will say we got to see Deshaun Watson, who didn't do anything.
1 of 5 for 7 yards.
Yeah, you could tell he did. Now, don't get me wrong. He was 1 for 5, but 2 in passes were completely on the receiver. They dropped it, completely dropped it. It wasn't on him. But he did miss one receiver wide open, and he just basically threw the ball completely behind him. You could tell, in my opinion, I don't know about y'all, but in my opinion, you could tell he has been out for a whole year. You could tell he's not clicking on all cylinders. He was missing some key reads here and there. And again, he only played one series, and then they pulled him. Cleveland, that says a lot for me. I feel like him missing those 6 games is going to be detrimental to Cleveland. It all depends though. Joshua Dobbs came in. He was 10 for 13,
108 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, and a touchdown, which was impressive. Josh Rosen was 6 for 7,
56 yards. Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
But we didn't see the presumable starter though.
Right. We don't know who the presumable. Yeah, we didn't see the presumable starter.
We didn't see Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett, which is crazy. Which I didn't get that. I didn't understand that. You played Deshaun. Jacoby is predicted to be or projected to be the starter, but you didn't even put Jacoby in at all. Like that right there kind of surprised me. I will say that. But what I will say this is, I'm telling y'all, and if y'all do not believe me, I'm gonna continue to say this. Trevor Lawrence is gonna be that dude. Trevor Lawrence is finna be that. Everybody's still sleeping on Trevor. Lawrence is finna be that dude, bro.
We get to a stat right quick. Of course, rushing Jerome Ford 10 for 57 for Cleveland. Joshua Dobbs 1 for 9. John Kelly 10 for 20 as well. Darius Johnson 3 carries, no yards. Ford also contributed with 4 receptions, 45 yards, and a touchdown. Nakia 3 receptions, 37 yards. Dalen Baldwin 3 receptions, 25. John Stanton 1 for 20, 2 for 14. John Kelly Miller first off was 1 for 11. As Bishop was just talking about for the Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence 6 for 12, 95 yards and a touchdown. Jake Luton 12 for 21, 92 yards with an interception. And CJ Beathard 4 for 7, 34 yards and an interception. Travis Etienne, I think this is going to be the difference for them, Bishop. Travis Etienne Jr. rushed 9 yards, 9 carries, 23 yards. Gerard Connor, 7 yards, 7 carries, 21 yards. Mike 12. Armstead was 5 carries for 17, and Trevor Lawrence himself had 1 carry for 11 yards. Zay Jones, 2 receptions, 47 yards. Tim Jones, 5 for 42. Garrett Prince, 3 for 30. Laquan Treadwell, 2 for 27. Mekhi Sargent, 3 for 17. Farrell, 2 for 18, and 2 for 11 for Gerard Connor. So back to what Leslie was saying earlier, maybe Jaguars is that team, and just like Bishop was saying, to where Trevor Lawrence is yeah, Trevor Lawrence is coming
Quarterback
up,
to what?
yeah, coming along mighty handily. Doug Peterson's there to help him along. And it may be a situation to where maybe, like Leslie was saying, that Jacksonville is that team that makes that jump, like Memphis did in the NBA.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Um, Doug Peterson is out there again. We know what Trevor Lawrence did last year, but we know that was under Urban Meyer. I think he's with Doug Peterson. He's going to do a significantly better, as well as we know Travis Etienne. He was out all last season with an injury, so Travis Etienne is coming back. So that's a huge addition coming back to the team this year. We'll see. Travis Etienne was a beast in college. Unfortunately, last year that injury set him back. So he has a lot to prove. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely got a lot to prove. And I feel like him and Trevor are going to be able to come into this, come into this season and make some things happen. I do feel like Trevor Lawrence is going to be that guy that a lot of people going to sleep on, and he's going to come out and reinvent himself and show everybody why he was who he was when he was in Clemson.
Mm. Additionally, of course, Deshaun Watson for the first time did make a apology, public
Yeah.
statement. I want to say that I am very sorry. I am truly sorry for all, to all the women that I have impacted in this situation. Being the first time that I've been coming out to say anything for the most part. I don't know how it was received. If anyone took it as just father, like, you know what, he's just saying stuff because they probably told him that he needs to come out and apologize. But in any case, he did. Um, but obviously, it didn't help out with the game. And like you said, but it's preseason, and maybe we will see Deshaun Watson. I'm very sure he's going to continue to go ahead, and he's going to go forth and start until the appeal process is done. Um, another game. Another team that's being looked at as making a move, possibly. The New Orleans Saints took on the Houston Texans. The Texans walking away with the dub, winning 17-13. The Saints, Ian Book, 15 for 22, 121 yards, one interception. Andy Dalton, 5 for 5, 51 yards, one touchdown. So obviously those the experienced ones was working. But I wonder, what's that say to the defenses they face? Abram Smith, 7 carries for 30 yards. Tony Jones, 7 for 27. Divine Ozigbo, 8 for 26. Ian Book, 4 for 22. Dwayne Washington, 9 for 19. Andy Dalton, 1 carry for 6 yards. Of course, the players, Dajing Dixon, 3 receptions for 33 yards. Marquez Callaway, 1 for 19. Kawan Baker, 2 for 31. Traquan Smith, 1 for 15. Of course, Dwayne Washington, 3 receptions for 18 yards and a touchdown. Kirk Merritt, 2 for 8. Isop Winston Jr., 1 for 12. And Tony Jones, 1 for 13. When you take a look at the Texans, Jeff Driscoll was 16 for 26, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. The presumable started Davis Miller, 3 for 3 with 14 yards. Damian Pierce, 5 carries for 49 yards. Royce Freeman, 12 carries for 25 yards. Marlon Mack, 3 for 6. Tony Harrison, 1 for 2. And Driscoll carried 3 for 17. Jalen Cap caught 2 for 53 yards plus a touchdown. Johnny Johnson III, 2 receptions, 25 yards, 1 touchdown. Chris Moore, 2 receptions for 25 yards. Philip Dorsett, 2 receptions, 18. Seth Green, 2 for 13. Royce Freeman, 3 for 19. Gentlemen, did y'all catch that New Orleans or Houston game or any
I
of it?
caught, I caught a little bit of it. Driscoll, he was just seemed like he was just throwing the ball up to
Mm,
me. He just looked like he was just throwing the ball. That's why he had 3 interceptions. He was just throwing the ball up. He did have 2 touchdowns too, but he would look to me. It looked like he was just throwing the ball up, and that's how he got them 3 picks. But he wasn't afraid. He definitely wasn't afraid to air that joker out though. He definitely wasn't afraid to put that joker down the field. He definitely did that. A New Orleans show defense came out hitting on all cylinders. Their defense looked pretty promising, man. They came out strong in the beginning. But again, this is Houston, Texas. This is a team who's, in my opinion, is rebuilding. It's a team is trying to find themselves, trying to find out who's going to be, the solidified starter for them, who's going to be, leading this team to try and get some victories on that side. So for me, Houston, Texas are rebuilding. I felt like New Orleans was kind of like showing that, proving that by, dominating on the defensive end for the most part. But yeah, I saw that game. It was decent. It was decent. My question to y'all, man, like, and this is to Ron as well as you, Trey. When it comes to these preseason games, we know, especially the first preseason game, you don't see your starters a lot. You may see one series and that's it. So, can you really give a true assessment on what your team is possibly about to become off the first preseason game?
No, I mean, nah, I don't think so. Because like in any case in which we didn't get to, I was about to talk about, like, in my opinion, like the Jaden, like we just talked about, Jaden went for 6 of 6 in the first drive. But is that something that's sustainable? Like we just talked about, for the Golden for not for the Saints. Man, I don't know why his name. Oh, I keep on seeing his red hair, but I can't think of his name. But
you talking Dalton?
Yeah, Dalton.
Andy Dalton.
He just went 5 for 5. You know what I'm saying? So, but is that sustainable? You know what I'm saying? For a quarter, let alone the game, possibly yes. But you know what I'm saying? So that type of stuff, like, but it goes. I guess it goes to show what could be happening. But then you don't get an opportunity. You don't really see, because everyone's not kept in the game. You don't see how the defense adjusts to that performance, or in essence how you see how the offense counter adjust. So, but I think I think it's more for of a tool for the ones who are trying to make rosters to show what they have, because they're the ones that's doing predominantly playing the games.
Okay. Andy Dalton, I will say this, man, about Andy.
He's a vet, so yeah, he's on them.
He's a vet, but not only that, I think Andy Dalton is a good quarterback, man.
Yeah, I think he has some more left in his tank.
I think I do. I think he has what it takes to continue to play at a high level and continue to be a starter for some teams. Andy Dalton, I really like the way he played. We know what he used to do out there in Cincinnati when he was out there. He was that redhead kid out there slinging the hell out that pill, and I think he's a force. I just think he needs to find the right team. I don't know if the Saints. He's on the Saints now.
Yeah, Saints. He's a Saint now.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if he. I didn't even know he was on the Saints. I didn't know where he went.
From Cincinnati to Dallas, from Dallas to Chicago to the Saints.
Okay. Yeah. See, he's been bounced around a lot then. We really don't know. Hadn't heard too much of him. Well, he did have some shine out there in Dallas for a bit, because I do remember him doing some things out there, but I don't really remember him doing too much out in Chicago or anything outside of Dallas. Cincinnati was where he pretty much shined the most. But I feel like Andy Dalton is a good quarterback. I think he's got some things to happen. Jameis Winston's going to have to prove himself this year. You know what? You have a great point there, Leslie. I think Andy Dalton being in New Orleans definitely bumps whatchamacall down to the third string.
They converted him. He's converted.
Oh, he completely converted now.
Yeah, I'm very sure if they need to, they're going to use him, because I mean, you can't take that away from him. But he's converted now. He's a tight end.
They moved him to tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay.
But I'm sure if they need to put him back there, they're going to use him.
I can't think of his name right now, but yeah. So that definitely. So I truly agree with you, Leslie, with Andy Dalton being there and Jameis Winston injuring himself again. It's nothing major, but he just like tweaked his foot. I think it was. They said he tweaked his foot in practice a few days ago. I think it definitely makes for a serious quarterback competition out there in New Orleans. Andy Dalton versus Jameis. I do see that, and that could go either way. Because I just spoke how highly I feel like Andy Dalton is. I think he's that dude who could play at a high level. So we'll see.
Definitely. A couple more games to talk about with the
What
Panthers.
about that? What about that Atlanta Falcons and Detroit Lions game?
So that
Because
was a
y'all,
good one. I
it
caught some.
was. It was a good one. And with Atlanta Falcons coming out on top 27-23 with Desmond Ritter, the rookie quarterback, going 10 for 12 or 10 for 22. And then we had Marcus Mariota, who threw on the run a dime. He threw on the run a dime. He was 2 for 2, but that one he threw on the run was a dime. So Marcus showing little glimpses of the old Marcus.
Marcus, the Heisman
Yeah,
Trophy winner Marcus.
yeah, the old Marky Mark from the Oregon. He
Yeah,
showing the old Marky Mark. I'm just
36,
saying.
36 yards on two, like you said, 2 for 2. 36
Yeah,
yards. Desmond Ritter, 6 carries for 59 yards, showing the
yeah,
wheels. Quadri
yeah,
Olison, 5 for 33. Marcus Mariota, 3 for 23 and a touchdown. Tyler Egier, 3 for 25. Caleb Huntley, 8 for 18. So they had it clicking. Drake
yeah,
London, let's go, USC. 1 reception, 24 yards. Jared Bernhardt, 1 for 21 and a touchdown. Geronimo Allison, 1 for 20. Demerit Boyd Bird, 1 for 20. So it was tossed all around the yard. Um,
yeah.
the Lions, David Blow, 18 for 28, 141. Tim Boyle, 119 for 16, 9 for 16, 101 with one touchdown and an interception. Jared Goff, 3 for 4, 47 yards. So you see, I think you're starting to see something where the quarterbacks or presumed starters were pretty efficient in their series for the most part, at least one series. But those who went on for more than one series Mike didn't do too well. David Blow additionally also added 4 carries for 22 yards. DeAndre Swift, 4 for 20 plus a touchdown. Greg Reynolds, 3 for 13. Jamar Jefferson, 9 for 19. Reception wise, Tom Kennedy, 8 receptions, 104 yards. Caleb Raymond, 2 receptions for 52 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 for 29. Devin Funches, 4 for 19 plus a touchdown. Trinity Benson, 1 for 24. But it was like Bishop, like you were saying, it was a good game. Came down to the wire.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if that's what, but in my opinion, that's where Detroit left off last year. They were a team that was always in a game. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they just couldn't close games out. And in Atlanta, I wouldn't say they was always in the game, but they were. I mean, but they were around in some of the games. Uh, but so, but it's like you said, is this indicative of there being great games? Are we seeing where Detroit and Atlanta are going to be formidable opponents this year, or was it just a preseason entertainment game?
I think it was preseason entertainment. However, I did speak about the fact that Marcus Mariota, being that he had went to Atlanta, would we see the Marcus Mariota of old? You know what I'm saying? Marcus, when he went out, because he got drafted by Tennessee, right? What didn't
Yeah.
he get? He got
Yes.
drafted by Tennessee. He had a decent rookie season, and then all of a sudden, Marcus kind of like fell off. We didn't even know. I didn't even know where Marcus was at for a while.
In
You know what I'm
Oakland,
saying? Yeah, he went to Tennessee. He went from Tennessee to Oakland, or did he went somewhere before Oakland?
he was on.
Uh,
He was out the NFL, and then he went to Oakland. Or
okay,
he was on. He stayed on the bench. He was on. Either he was on the bench or he wasn't for anyone, and then he got picked up from Oakland. So he went from Tennessee to Oakland, and then he sat in Oakland, and then he until Oakland traded him.
okay. So this is the thing. So Atlanta, I don't know. You know, they got what's his name? The wide receiver, not Pickett. What is that boy?
Really,
Who?
really, the one that's
No,
out
no,
for the year.
no, not really. The other one.
Oh, you talking about their tight end?
Yeah, the big boy. Yeah. I can't call his name, but anywho, they got him. I do feel like, if we could see the old Marcus Mariota, or even if the way Desmond Ritter came out and played, man, that was impressive. Even though it's a preseason game, he's a rookie, and he still came out and shined. So, I don't know. We'll see, man. It's that them two teams, they might shock a few people.
You know who I'm looking at and realizing who might shock a
Pitts,
few
thank
people?
you. Pitts, that's the
Michael
name.
Vick.
Thank you.
You know who else I'm looking at that might shock a few people? I'm looking at right now.
Mm.
Miami. But y'all keep on with the disrespect. Like y'all, like Miami's got weapons. Miami has weapons.
We never denied that. The fact of the matter is, y'all, and when I say y'all, I'm specifically talking about you, Trey. Y'all, I'm never saying anything. You will downplay Jalen Hurts and talk about what all the
I did
weapons.
not downplay Jalen Hurts. I'm just saying, like,
You will downplay Jalen Hurts. Everybody talk about we'll see what the Eagles gonna do. We'll see what he can bring
I
once
think
the
Miami has more weapons than Philadelphia.
How? Name them.
Cedric
Wow.
Wilson, Mohamed
Thank you.
Sanu,
Muhammad
Wow.
Sanu.
Waddle,
When did Muhammad
Tyreek
Sanu?
Hill.
When has Muhammad Sanu done anything since he left Cincinnati?
Trey's
I'll,
Exactly.
king.
He was
I'll
fat.
wait.
He was fathomable. He was fathomable in San Francisco. Now he's in a situation to where he's probably the third or fourth man down in the roster in certain sets. Like
Who is Sanu better than than wide receivers on the Eagles? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Nobody.
Jalen
I'm okay
Rager,
with Rager.
Diego Whiteside,
I'll give you. Whiteside ain't even getting no
Quez
burn.
Watkins.
He's not better than Quez Watkins. No, he's not. No, he is not. No, he is not. No, he is not. And who's keep going?
Miami is interesting.
Miami is not
Thank you,
interested.
Kenneth. Thank you, Kenneth. Goodness gracious. All my life, Kenneth. All my life. I tell you.
Key point what he's saying though. You didn't read the whole thing.
It's
Miami's
the
just
question, the key to the question. That's just a
which is
question.
what
But he said the big part in which I'm seeing is Miami just might. I'm not saying
no,
that they're going to
no.
be
Their
put that
Achilles
agreement. I'm
heel
saying they
is
have a good
named
chance. No one's
their
checking for
Achilles
Miami.
heel is named Tia Tua Tagovailoa, Gova, whatever. His name is
Tua
Tua.
Tower.
Diva
It's
chocolate.
over.
Tua Tagovailoa, it's over. Yeah, that one. Him. Yeah. That's
Don't
their
worry,
Achilles.
because you're going to know his name come the end of the season.
No, we not. That's their Achilles heel, bro. I'm telling you, that's
Ooh,
gonna
he
be there.
called him Achilles heel.
That's their
Just wait
Achilles
for it.
heel.
Just
That's
wait for
their
it.
Achilles heel.
I just think they're gonna. They
I
got
knew
My
they
Ron.
got Sony Michelle.
Ron, Ron, I knew he was gonna come in here with this when we went to the NFL.
right.
I knew he was gonna come in here with this Miami tour. It's over.
And that's why you got to get the smoke. Because
I knew
how I see it is Miami is a fun team. Yeah, right, Trey, you're kind of right. But you came in with all that hate against Philly that you got to be completely wrong. They gonna be fun.
Get him, Ron. Get him, Ron.
9 and 8. Okay, they're going Tyreek Hill and Tua
Disrespect.
gonna have a
Thank
couple
you.
of highlights. They're gonna look
Thank
fun.
you.
Everybody's gonna
Thank
love
you.
them. But
Right.
it's tough in their division and it's tough in the AFC. They're not gonna be
That
that
part.
good. But when we talk about the Eagles, we're talking like 13, 14 wins, Trey.
Y'all acting like y'all ain't got Detroit. Y'all act like y'all ain't got Dallas. Y'all
We
act
could
like
do
y'all
this.
ain't got Dallas and
We've
Washington.
already did the schedule comparison.
Yeah, we did, and we're not worried about Dallas. Dallas right now only have
That's
one receiver, and that's CD Lamb. And I told you, a lot of people don't even feel like he's the number one, and he's clearly the number one receiver in Dallas.
this is a 5-1 division without even blinking. Stop.
Oh my goodness!
Trey
You
in
sound like
Washington, New York. Oh my
you sound like Smalls talking about talking about Minnesota going 5-1 or 6-0.
exactly.
Bro, bro. I don't know what you, Trey. So what do you have the Dolphins record as then? And don't come out with no outlandish number, man.
You know what? It's funny you say that, bitch. Let me pull it up because I don't think we all think we went over what the Dolphins' records would be.
It's schedule time.
Don't you do it, Trey? Don't you do
Let me
it?
see. Let me pull it back up. Where you go, Miami? All my life, where's Miami at?
I think the Dolphins got an easy schedule.
Let me see. Okay, Dolphins, Miami, their games. Okay, game 1, Patriots against the Dolphins. I'll give them that. 1-0.
Is it in my?
Give who that? Who you giving it? Who you giving that to?
The Dolphins.
Oh my God! Stop it, Trey.
If it's in New England, I'll give it to the Dolphins.
It's in Miami.
Patriots.
So game 1-0. The Dolphins and Ravens 1-1. Dolphins and Bills 1-2. Dolphins and Bengals
0-3. 0-4. Dang.
2-2.
The Bengals?
2-3.
What?
Dolphins and Jets. Dolphins
That's their
3-3.
first one.
3-3. The Vikings and Dolphins 4-3. The Steelers and Dolphins
TJ Watt going to eat
5-3.
on a platter.
This dude is
Dolphins and Lions 6-3. Dolphins and Bears 7-3. Dolphins
Where
and
do they
Browns
play the Lions at? Is that Thanksgiving?
in Detroit.
in Detroit.
That's Thanksgiving, ain't it?
No, it's October 30th. That's
October 30th.
Okay, no. Yeah.
Halloween week.
Halloween time.
Browns and Dolphins November 13th. I think they'll still be in influx 7-3. Texans and Dolphins 8-3. Dolphins and 49ers 8-4.
No, it ain't no.
Dolphins and Chargers 8-5. Dolphins and Bills 8-6. Packers and Dolphins 9-6. Dolphins and Patriots 9. Jets and Dolphins 10-7.
This dude is tripping, bro. Did he just?
There was multiple times. We don't have to.
Did he just say the Dolphins gonna lose to gonna beat the Green Bay Packers, bro? Did he just say the Dolphins gonna beat the Green Bay Packers, bro? Dude, stop.
There was multiple times where me and you screamed, "What?"
You know what? I'm gonna go through.
We don't need to.
Over this weekend, I'm gonna go through and look at all these teams.
And did you see? Hold on, this is the thing though, Ron. Not only that, right? He told all these teams to be before the Dolphins played the 49ers, they won. Then they play the 49ers. Oh, they lose to the 49ers. But they beat all these teams, but they lose to the 49ers. Stop it, Trey. You're full of it, bro.
Yeah. I'm here to let it be known right now. Dolphins are gonna win a game till they play the Jets in week 5. 0-4.
And by the time
Patriots, Bills, Bengals. Oh my gosh.
10-7.
And what game?
Out the gate, they get the W out the gate.
Hold on. And what is that? What is that? Let me see. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By that time, Deshaun is back when the Dolphins play Cleveland.
Oh
you know that, right?
Gosh.
Yeah, but he won't be. Yeah, I don't obviously that. I think Cleveland's going to be in flux the whole year, regardless of Deshaun's
football limbo.
This dude here is something else, bro. 10-7. Remember, y'all timestamp that he got them being 10-7, going 10-7.
September 9th is right around the corner. We don't even got to wait to 10-7 when they lose to the Patriots.
That's the thing. He got them winning against the Patriots, bro. Like, I don't even get that. Like,
to open the season against Bill Belichick. You telling me Bill Belichick ain't gonna have the Patriots ready for the Dolphins?
You had them losing to the Patriots. Did you have them losing to the Ravens too, or no? You said the Ravens they won losing to the Ravens.
They lose to the Ravens.
Okay.
They better.
Ooh, Trey, you are something else, bro. You are something.
Well, he was at 10-7. I said 9-8.
Yeah, you said 9-8. He said 10-7. He gave him 2 more. He gave him 1 more win.
That one against the Packers.
That one. Yeah, he know better. He know better.
Is it in Green Bay?
No, it's on the road. It's in Miami.
Okay, it's in Miami. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No way. We gonna have so much.
Into it.
Just wait. We're gonna own up and set up a pick pool so we can keep a running score of that. So we don't have to. So at the end, where Bishop removes the GOAT and Notre Dame comes into play, then that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. I'm not gonna say. You know what? I'm going to step and give. I will pay homage to the Bishop's GOAT until the end of the year, where I take that title, and then I will be Nostradamus for the sort of up and coming year.
What up, Eric? We were just talking about you, Eric. We were just talking about you, bro. What up?
That's what I'm gonna do. And we even have to find a name for Ron. So at the end of the year, that will be the title that that person continues to rock. So yes, Bishop, you have the GOAT for now. We will give you the GOAT for that half season, but just wait. When Nostradamus is across the screen, and Nostradamus is across the screen, there's no reason why we're just gonna say it. But right now, you're the GOAT. We'll give it to you. I'll give you that.
I appreciate that guy. I appreciate that.
I already know what I want mine. I want to be promoted from professor to doctor.
Dr. Pick'em.
Yeah.
Dr. Pick'em. I like it. Dr. P.E., Dr. Pick'em.
Dr. P.E.
Let's go.
So
like
yes, so of course say a couple. Matter of fact, now that with Eric in the building, let's see where did Minnesota at? Who? Oh, didn't Minnesota play last night?
Did they play last night? I didn't get to see.
They
Did they
played
play
the
last
Raiders. They did. They
This
played
man
the Raiders.
Eric said
night?
Minnesota's gonna be the best team in football, Bishop.
He said they
I'm
was
not
going
even
to
gonna do this
be
again.
6-0 or 5. He said 6-0 in the division. You missed it on Friday. So of course, Minnesota faced off against the Las Vegas Raiders, taking the L 26-20. But they did start out. Kellen Mond was 9 for 14,
Doesn't
900.
Kirk Cousins have COVID?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He was 9 for 14, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns. Sean Manning 8 for 12, 79 yards. Nangwalu was 7 for 47 yards, 7 carries for 41 yards. Ty Chandler 5 carries for 50 yards. Alexander Madison 3 for 8. Mon got 3 carries for 7. Myron Mitchell 2 receptions, 37 yards. Amir Smith Marset 3 for 31. Tristan Jackson 2 for 26. Albert Wilson 2 for 22. Jalen Naylor 2 for 22. And Dan Chisney 1 for 22. The Raiders, of course, Jared Stidham was 10 for 15 for 68 yards. Nick Mullins was 7 for 9 with 94 yards plus a touchdown. Chase Garbers 2 for 3, 19 yards. Brettain Brown 14 receptions, 14 carries for 54 yards plus 1 touchdown. Jared Stidham 4 carries, 16 yards, 1 touchdown. Austin Walters 7 carries, 30 yards. Kenyon Drake 4 carries for 15 yards. Zamir White 5 for 13. When it comes to receiving, DJ Turner 3 receptions, 58 yards, 1 touchdown. Demarcus Robinson 2 for 28. Keelan Cole 4 for 26. Kenyon Drake getting the work 2 for 17. Matt Collins 1 for 15. Nick Bowers 1 for 15 as well.
Man, they had everybody touched the ball. All the whole receiving corps touched the ball for the Raiders. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people caught the ball for the Raiders.
Everyone got a chance. Like, let's see what you're working with.
10 people caught the ball for the Raiders. That's a lot. We did Kirk Cousins dirty in that top 100. Oh, I didn't get to see top 100.
I was literally about to ask you about that. That's crazy.
I haven't taken the list. I didn't get a chance to, but I do have a queue. So when we get to it to talk about, I think the first 20. I think they went over.
No, they're at the 50.
It's the first 50 that they released.
Yeah, they already did 50.
Okay, they already did 50. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
So we'll get to that in a second. So we'll pinterest that Anthony to come back to it. Of course, we can't go nowhere without talking about them that red and gold for the most part.
Yeah, we can. We can keep moving. We can go to the Kansas City and
Chiefs. Well, in fact, we didn't even talk about the Commanders and what Wentz did in Carolina. The Bengals.
We got to talk about Baker Boom soon. Mayfield did out there in Carolina.
In Carolina, of course, the Panthers got the W 23-21 over the Washington Commanders. Phillip Walker, 10 for 19, 136 yards. Baker Mayfield, 4 for 7, 45 yards. Sam Darnold, 2 for 3, 16 yards plus a touchdown. Matt Curl, 1 for 9, 11 yards. Phillip Walker, of course, again, 2 carries for 12 yards. John Lovett, 5.
Matt Curl was 1 for 9?
Yeah, 1 for 9.
Ooh.
Spencer Brown, 10 for 36 plus a touchdown. Receiving, Derek White, 3 for 46. Rashard Higgins, 3 for 22 with a touchdown. Brandon Zylarister, 2 for 32. Shai Smith, 2 for 34. Giovanni Ritchie, 4 for 36. Keith Kirkwood was 3 for 38. For the Commanders, Carson Wentz 10 for 13, 74 yards. Sam Howell 9 for 16, 145. Taylor Hinkie 4 for 9 with 21 yards plus an interception. Jonathan Williams at 5 carries for 51 yards. Brian Robinson Jr. 6 for 26 with 1 touchdown. Sam Howell 3 for 19. Jared Patterson 3 for 15. Taylor Hinkie 2 for 14 himself. Alex Erickson, 2 receptions for 56 yards. Dax Milline, 2 for 30. Tarek McLaughlin, 1 for 16. Markin Michael, 1 for 17. Kyrick Gowan, 1 for 27. Curtis Samuel, 2 for 14. J.D. Kissick, 1 for 15. So,
bro, the Commanders had 14 wide receivers that touched the ball.
Gotta test them out. Gotta test them out to see who's going to take an L. Who
13
finna
people
be
touch the
released?
ball. Good Lord, for wow. That's a
Because you
lot.
gotta think in a couple by next week we should start seeing some people being released. So you gotta let it be known. Like gotta make that hard decision. Who am I carrying? Who we not carrying? Who they can
None of
show?
us can, Leslie. None of us can. None of us can get used to saying Commanders. That's the dumbest name they ever keep say. Well, we know the stand that's your squad. Keep pounding, yeah, we know, y'all. But it is preseason, so don't get too excited. It is preseason, but yeah, we feel you. We feel you. We feel you. Yeah, we can't get used to that either. The Commanders, I swear that's the worst name they could have came up with.
So before we get into the top 100, of course, like I said, it would be remiss of me not to include one of the greatest teams in the history of the NFL in
Ron,
conversation.
please, man. You ain't got no music to play in your car to
The Green Bay, the Green
brown.
Bay Packers faced off against the San Francisco 49ers. When San Francisco getting the dub 28-21. It was actually a pretty good game for the
Hey,
most
really?
part.
With Jordan Love throwing 3 interceptions? Really? That
Say what?
with Jordan Love throwing 3 interceptions?
Hey, that's not my fault.
That's not a real good game. I mean, I'm just saying. Oh, your boy didn't do too much better either. Now, don't act like Trey Lance did real well. He was 4 for 5. Oh, I guess that's not bad. He did throw a touchdown, 92 yards. I get Nate Sutterfield was 8 for 11, 103 yards, 1 touchdown. And what is it, Brock Purdy? Oh yeah. Oh, that's old boy
Brock Purdy,
out of
Iowa,
Iowa.
or
Iowa.
yeah, yeah.
Iowa. Iowa. Yeah, 3 for 6, 36 yards, 1 touchdown. So all the quarterbacks do a touchdown. That means it's a quarterback battle then. I like it. Oh, so we didn't get to see there was no what's his name? He didn't get to play?
Good morning, Coach.
What
Commission. Who?
commission. Good morning, commission. Um
Aaron.
yeah, no, golly. Guap didn't play? Garoppolo didn't play?
No, he's not playing. They just power him down. They in the process. They're trying to get a trade for him. They're not gonna play him.
Oh man, they should have played Garop, man. Let Garop get out there and do some things, man. Let him show.
He is good. So what I will say, Jordan Love did look better. Oh well, no,
3 interceptions?
no, he didn't.
That's not looking better, bro.
Yeah.
That's not looking better, bro. And I know
Packers could have had DK Metcalf.
hey, and while he threw them 3 interceptions, I know Aaron Rodgers was back there like this.
It's like on them psychedelics.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he over there reading the paper. He over there.
He ain't even watching the game. They came running over. Aaron, he threw another interception. God damn, another one. Open his paper back up.
Throw his paper back up and say,
Dummies. Dummies.
Oh, shoot, bro.
Yo, they could have had DK Metcalf, man.
Ooh, Jordan Love is sad. He need to go to the XFL. Bro.
So many wide receivers.
Yes, Eric. 3 interceptions in the first half. Jordan Love.
That was a first round pick, Bishop, if you didn't know.
That's what I'm
was
saying.
a while ago. It was a while ago, but he got drafted
first round. That's the thing. And the thing is, remember all the hoopla about it because Aaron Rodgers felt some type of way because they picked him first round. So Aaron Rodgers was like, "Oh, so y'all trying to replace me?" That's what that's how y'all trying to replace me with Jordan Love.
The dude in Washington, McLaurin got drafted after him. Right. DK got drafted after him. It was another great wide receiver that went after him too. It's amazing. Round of applause, Green Bay.
So I'm assuming, Trey, you happy what you seen with your 49ers and
again. So
Trey,
the defense was cool.
I was.
But again, like we were saying or talking about before, it's preseason. He only played 1 series,
right?
And honestly, truth be told, it was a long pass, so I didn't get a chance to see.
Wide open. He was wide open.
I wanna address that, Trey, because I didn't get to give my 2 cents when you were talking about preseason, and you pretty much threw it out the window. Yeah, we understand that the starters aren't going to play, and no one's really, the good players aren't really out there trying. It's like practice, but we can't throw the preseason out the window, especially when we got rid of a game, so it's less. The preseason overall, I feel like shows how the organization looks. How prepared are y'all? Are y'all ready to execute? Are y'all coming here ready to focus and ready for this Super Bowl run? Are we playing games? And that's really what you look at it. And you can take a lot away from it. And y'all know what, fellas? This is going to be a very important year in sports. It's going to set and say a lot. Why? Because this is like the first full year where everything is normal. Out of the pandemic, everybody's in the natural swing of things. Everything in the past year or two has been chaotic. This is what we're really gonna get to see. All right, who's the? Y'all know what I'm saying? Who's the big King Kong around here?
Right. You're right about that. We coming off, this will be the full regular season that everything's come somewhat back to a norm, and where we can look at it and say, okay, this is, we not, these guys aren't wearing masks in the locker room no more. They're not, social distancing like that, like they were in the past couple of seasons with those concerns of the COVID. So I totally understand where you're coming from, Ron.
Yeah, I feel like we're really gonna see who wants it.
Yeah. That's I get you on. I get you where you're coming from. On, he's just Ron's basically asking.
Got it. Especially they removed 2 games technically when you look at it, because only one team plays the first week. So technically you could say it's 2 games removed. Only 2 teams get 4 games.
We were seeing a lot of starters play up until the second half. I mean, to the second quarter. Coming out towards halftime, it was. We're gonna see a lot of full game starters towards the second and third game. It's gonna be juicy.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, especially with these teams with quarterback battles going on, like the Panthers, like Pittsburgh. Those teams that still trying to figure out who their starters.
It's funny you say that. What you think of Pickett?
Pickett and Trubisky, they showed out, man. Like those right now. When I heard it the other day before they played their preseason game, they had Mitch Trubisky being the overall starter, being the or not overall starter, but they haven't even played their game yet. Yes, they did. They did play. I'm gonna say what
Pittsburgh played. Pickett played.
Yeah,
Tomlin said he liked what he saw.
Trubisky played too. So Trubisky, all 3 of them played actually. Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and Trubisky. Pickett had the most. Well, no, him and Rudolph played about the same, because Pickett was 13 for 15, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mason was 9 for 15, 93 yards, 1 touchdown, and Mitch Trubisky was 4 for 7, 63 yards, and 1 touchdown. So they all threw touchdowns, didn't throw any interceptions. That says a lot about that squad. You know what I'm saying? They won 32-25 versus again, though, this is the Seattle Seahawks, who is still yet to try and figure out there's a rebuilding.
Another one.
They got Drew Lock. Yeah, they got Drew Lock, Geno Smith, Drew Lock. Both of them played about the same. They threw about the same. Drew Lock threw 11 for 15, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns, while Geno Smith threw 10 for 15, 101 yards, no touchdowns. But again, that's another quarterback battle over there in Seattle. So that's another team, like Ron said.
Looking good for Geno.
Why? You don't think so? He didn't have a bad outing. He didn't throw no touchdown, but he was 10 for 15.
Right.
That's not bad.
I don't.
Drew just threw 11 for 15, so it's still pretty much the same.
I think Drew's going to be the starter at the beginning of the season for Seattle.
But it goes back to what Ron said. Ron said, I think come the next preseason game, them two going to play more. Like more quarters to see who's going to come out on top. Again, they played a good Pittsburgh Steelers team who has a good defense.
Just like I think Sam Darnold gets the majority of the snaps for the next game. Over Baker,
Baker Mayfield, I mean, Sam. Yeah, he might. But I like I said, prior to this game on Friday, they was talking about Mitch Trubisky for Pittsburgh being the favorite for starting. I think they had Mitch. Then they had Kenny Pickett. Kenny, and then Mason coming in.
Mason. I know I know Mason might feel a certain type of way because he's been there. He's been relegated down to the second string. Now he's looking at potentially a third string in favor of the rookie. But I mean, it is what it is. But let's get it. We got a 15 minutes, so we should be. This might just take us out. Let's get into these 50 players in which was selected for or voted on by their peers as being the top 100 players in the NFL. Of
This
course,
is done by the players now, y'all. This
yeah,
ain't
by
done
the
by
players
no.
and
This
as
ain't no.
players, your peers. That's like if we had a vote on who had the best uh morning show as far as podcasting, and they said first formation. That's our peers that basically speaks to us. So you know, what I'm saying without any further ado, of course, number one, Kaz Juice Check. I could give it to you, San Francisco 49ers fullback, as everyone, a lot of people call him, the weapon. He's down from 97 from last year at 99 as Anthony Price was just talking about. I don't know what you're gonna say about this, Eric. Kirk Cousins, number 99. He was even. I guess you could say that says a lot when he wasn't even in the conversation last year. But Kirk Cousins, number 99. Number 98, David Montgomery. Ron, I know you don't like David Montgomery. He talked about it, but he wasn't in the conversation last year either. He's at 98. At 97, Leonard Williams, down 13 slots, defensive end for the Giants. At 96, Jimmy Ward, for defensive back for the 49ers. Bishop, CeeDee Lamb at 95.
Hey.
Not even the discussion last year. He's in the discussion this year. Wide receiver, number 95. You know what? All my life, I had to fight. The kicker enters into the conversation. Number 94, Justin Tucker, Baltimore Ravens. Number 93, Von Miller, outside linebacker. 92, Tyron Smith, offensive tackle. 91, Kyle Pitts, tight end. So that's the first 10. I mean, the bottom 10 in the list release. Any surprises so far, Jimmy? Or what you feeling, what you're not feeling so far?
Yeah, hell yeah. A kicker even beat out a whole bunch of people.
That my point exactly. Y'all ridiculed me. Y'all drug me on here because I said something about a kicker or a punter, and here it is. Yet every time they continue to prove my point, kickers matter too.
Make sure you pick plenty of them in the draft now.
And there's nobody in front of Justin Tucker that I want on my team before him. I don't want CeeDee Lamb before I want Justin Tucker. I definitely don't want no Kirk Cousins before I want Tucker.
Oh God.
Jimmy Ward, arguably the fastest linebacker in the NFL, maybe.
So okay. the next one, Odell Beckham, number 90, wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Number 89, Marshawn Lattimore, cornerback from the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
Number 88, Jonathan Allen, Washington Commanders, defensive end. Number 87, Denzel Ward, cornerback, Cleveland Browns. Number 86, Shaquille Barrett, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, linebacker.
Now 85 is a disgrace.
Number 85, Mac Jones, New England Patriots.
Wow.
Now this is where we got to talk about Kirk Cousins being snubbed. I didn't know Mac Jones was in the top 100.
Number 84, Raquan Smith, Chicago Bears linebacker, asking for trades and everything. Number 83,
Bruh, Mac Jones. No. Mac Jones had a game where he went 3 for 20 last year.
He did, but wasn't that the bowl game, the Snow Bowl game?
The Bills, yeah. Regardless,
that's still 3 for 20. That is bad. God.
Number 82, Kenny Moore, Indianapolis Colts cornerback. And number 81, rounding out the I guess the bottom 20, Justin Simmons, safety, Denver Broncos. So I know Ron already said his piece and discussed why is Mac Jones number 85.
Mac Jones and Kirk Cousins is blasphemous. That's what drunk said.
Let's talk about Odell Beckham is in the top 90. He hasn't played in a year almost.
No, he played in the Super Bowl. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, he did. That's right. Well, he's not even on the team right now. He's not on the team right now.
Yeah, but they're going off last year. They got to go off last year.
Correct. Okay. Peers.
So I think last year there was only 3 linemen in the top 100, and I think our first one, Wyatt,
we already got 3.
83. Oh, we already got 3.
Yeah, it's 3 already. All offensive tackles. All right.
Shout out to
The
the
next.
pancake makers.
Mac Jones just a diet Kirk Cousins.
What do you say?
Mac Jones
Jones just a die.
Kirk Cousins.
Number 80. Number 80. James Conner, running back, Arizona Cardinals.
Love it.
Number 79. Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle, Los Angeles Chargers. Number
Love
78. Trey Hendrickson, Cincinnati Bengals, defensive end.
Don't know what's going on here.
Number 77. Darius Slay, Philadelphia Eagles, cornerback.
Let's go.
First Eagle, okay.
Fly. Because we further up. That's why we further up.
Number 76. Brian Burns, Carolina Panthers, defensive end. Number 75. Antoine Winfield Jr., Tampa Bay Buccaneers, safety. Number 74. Demario Davis, New Orleans Saints, outside linebacker. Number 73, Cordell Patterson gets the dub. He played himself. He played Atlanta Falcons running back. He's probably deserving of that.
This is wild. No,
you don't think he deserves 73? He worked out last year.
Cordell
Patterson?
He's
hired in the previous running back behind him, and he's not better than Connor. I don't know. He could do a lot.
Okay, I get your point. Number 72, Quandre Diggs, Seattle Seahawks, safety. Another offensive lineman. Number 71, ups 21 spots, Jason Kelsey, Philadelphia Eagles center.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
As we get closer to finishing out the 50, number 70 through 61. 70 through 61. Number 70, Tyrann Mathieu, New Orleans Saints safety.
Wow. The Chiefs let him walk out the door.
Number 69, down 23 slots, Cameron Jordan, New England Saints defensive end. Number 68, Zach Martin, offensive guard, Dallas Cowboys, up 17 spots. Number 67, down 48 slots, Budda Baker, Arizona Cardinals, safety. Number 66, down 39 slots, DeForest Buckner, Indianapolis Colts, defensive tackle. Number 65, Derek Carr, quarterback, Las Vegas Raiders, Derek Carr.
At what number?
65, but he wasn't even in the conversation last year.
Right.
This is the first quarterback they got right.
65. Number 64, Devin White, linebacker, Tampa Bay. Jalen Waddle, number 63, wide receiver, Miami Dolphins. Chandler
is this the
Jones,
first major wide receiver?
Yes.
Besides Odell.
Yeah, besides Odell, yes.
No, and
I don't know what's going on here.
CeeDee Lamb was the other one.
Yeah, that's wild. There's no way he should be with CeeDee Lamb. What's going on?
Above CeeDee Lamb, I think.
CeeDee Lamb's better than him.
Yeah, I agree. I totally
62, Chandler Jones, Las Vegas Raiders, defensive end. Russell Wilson, down 49 slots, 61, Denver Broncos quarterback.
That's a serious drop. Good God.
49.
He dropped half the list.
Golly, that's a drop.
Goodness gracious. And then the last big hit in our 60 through 51, as of NFL release, the top 100. Corey Lindsey, number 60, Los Angeles Chargers center.
Chargers got 2 linemen in the top 100. Lord have mercy.
Max Crosby, number 59, Las Vegas Raiders defensive end. Number 58, Darren Waller, down 23 spots, Las Vegas Raiders tight end.
I don't understand why he dropped a quarter of the list when he had an incredible year last year.
He said major wide receivers. That's right, drunk. That's right. Professor did say major wide receivers, and CeeDee Lamb is a major wide receiver, sir. He did say that.
Kyler Murray, down 18, number 57, Arizona Cardinals quarterback.
He's not ahead of Russell Wilson.
At number 56, down 39 spots, Xavier Howard, Miami Dolphins cornerback.
He should never been that high to begin with.
Joe Bettino, Cleveland Browns guard, number 55. Jeffrey Simmons, Tennessee Titans defensive tackle, 54, number 54, up
Okay.
24 spots. Mike
Okay.
Evans down 5 spots. Nonetheless, he's number 53 for Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver.
You crazy, Anthony.
Matt Judon, New England Patriots outside linebacker, number 52. Interesting enough, when he wasn't even in the fray last year, so he's had a tremendous jump. And then last but not least, for the top 50, or for the bottom
This
50,
is the funniest.
Alvin Kamara, New Orleans Saints running back, down 37 spots from last
And
year.
I just want to let it be known that Alvin Kamara is literally going to be better than every running back that we name on this list.
Wow.
Except Derrick Henry.
Which he ain't been named yet, but yeah.
I'm taking Kamara over Caffrey. I'm taking him over my guy in Indianapolis. Come on.
Slept on Jeffrey. Kirk's number
Jeffrey
are way
Simon.
better. Kirk's numbers are way better than Murray's.
Dude, that's blasphemy, Anthony. That is so blasphemous.
No, let him. Go ahead, take Kirk.
Yeah, I want you to.
So those
He
first
know
50
he's drinking
released,
the Kool-Aid.
we
He
look
is.
forward to seeing the other 100 to see who stops. Do we see a Jalen Hurts? Do we see a AJ Brown? Maybe so. I'm very sure we do. Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford, Deebo Samuels. Of course, we have seen the grapes of like Mahomes, the Watt, Brady. Where do all of them end up falling in that list? Of course, it remains to be seen. Oh snap! I didn't even see that. But yeah, so I had got a message, but I wasn't looking at it, and so at this point, I have to get one to see if they will get on for it tomorrow. But yeah, so definitely a difference in the conversation, a difference where some people, that Judon one to me is very interesting, where he's number 52 when he wasn't even in the discussion yesterday. So that means he's up 52 points, determined on where he could have been last year. Kirk
Remember that drunk? No way we see Jalen Hurts in the top 50. Okay.
Oh, he's in the top 50 at minimum.
He sure is.
He's definitely in the top 50, whether I agree with it or not. Now, where he's in the top 50, I don't know.
You just went to 50, didn't you?
I'll say where in the top 50 is where he's at. In the top 50 is where is he the top 40, top 30, top 20, top 10? Like, where would he be at?
Next tier.
You think he's top 20?
No. He's going to be in the 40 to 50 group. There's way too many quarterbacks.
Okay, you said next year. Okay, 40 to 50.
Which is the shocking part on why
we didn't see Jalen, Aaron Donald. Like, we know where they're all going to be at.
I don't know why Kirk Cousins and Mac and Cheese got on this list, because we have so many quarterbacks left. Herbert, Allen, Burrow, Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, Stafford. That's 7. Dak. 8.
Yep.
We have 8 more quarterbacks.
Lamar.
He said Lance. Lamar. That's 9.
So you say Lamar doesn't get. You say Lance doesn't get into this top 100 this year.
No.
Okay.
No. How would he get in there, Trey?
I'm just asking. All I did was ask a question. I didn't fight y'all on it.
He has not played an NFL game yet. He has a bad throwing shoulder.
You know what? This is a good question right here, though. Wentz is Glenn going to be in the top 50? Because his name has not been mentioned.
Wow.
He shouldn't be, but wow.
You know someone that didn't get mentioned yet?
Who?
Who's that?
Tua. Just wait and see. Just wait and see.
Here we go, bro. Here we go.
Just wait and see.
Negative. Like Eric's negative. Negative, sir.
Just wait and see. Tua hasn't been mentioned yet.
Right. He hasn't.
He may or may not.
Neither has Deshaun.
Tyreek. Is Deshaun out? Do you think Deshaun gets in this one?
He can't because he didn't play at all last
It's
year.
based off
Okay,
of
you're
last
right.
year.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Deshaun can't get back. He can't get. He didn't play at all last year. He like there. He right there with Trey, basically. Trey Lance.
You know what?
He right there with Trey. He,
Just you wait. Just wait.
he right there with,
Just you wait.
you can't put him in.
Just
He,
you wait.
he right there with Trey.
Benice, you hear the disrespect that we
just
get. It's cool though. It's cool.
Ooh, Justin Fields has not come up either.
He's not going to come up.
Yeah,
Why are y'all doing this?
Trevor Lawrence ain't came up either.
He's not coming up either.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence ain't coming.
My question is, does Aaron Rodgers deserve the number one spot? The reigning MVP, if it's based off of last year.
You know who probably gets the number one spot?
That man, that bad.
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald. Yeah.
Think Aaron Donald get the number one spot?
Yeah. I think Aaron Donald gets the number one spot.
That's if they do it right, but they don't ever do it in these lists right because they want us to be mad.
Well, it's their peers, so I'm very sure Aaron Donald gets the number one spot.
Oh, okay, peers, right.
Yeah.
So,
Now I'd be interested in wondering where Jefferson and Cup are.
You know, we got to keep saying that. That just reminds us on some of these spots that we're like, why is Mac and Cheese on this list? But because his peers feel like he's a guy.
It is done by the players. It's done by the players. So, I mean, that's all we can say. Aaron Donald gets in again. I think he got it last year. Jefferson top 100, top 10.
Yeah, top 10.
You know?
Jefferson top 10.
He's the best wide receiver. Well, no, Cooper Kupp was the best wide receiver last year. Jefferson was too.
You got Jefferson over Jamar?
As the best wide receiver last year? And with your peers.
Players now. By players, yeah. By players now we talking. By players.
By players. That's where I think the players are gonna have it. Devontae.
Yeah, Devontae. I got that.
Devontae, Kupp, Chase Jefferson.
I'm with that.
We'll see. We'll definitely see. As soon as they start showing, the leaving out of Debo is so disrespectful. But I digress. I'm not going to even sip a trip. You know,
the real question is they going to put Debo above the Cheetah? That's what I'm looking to see. That's the next tier. I don't know why Trey always got to put 49ers into the top tiers.
I know. So I didn't say anything.
You did. You just brought up Trey Lance when we was talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I know Trey Lance is going to be in it. For one, I know Trey. That was just playing. But Debo, I expect to be in the top 50. I expect Bosa to be in the top 50.
That's it. Stop there.
I'm willing to even say
Kittle.
Kittle.
Yeah,
Kittle, as well as our linebacker, not Greenlaw, Warner, top 50.
Robert,
for the linebacker, tight end,
linebackers. Bosa, right?
No, Bosa's an end.
Defensive end?
Yeah, so two a linebacker, a defensive end, tight end, and wide receiver. I expect to be in the top 50. So it's only 46 positions left after that. And there's a lot of people to name. So
you got like 4 or 5 more players you waiting for.
Yeah, to hear. There's a couple of people where we went. Tua, I expect to hear Tua. So
no, you don't not. You do not expect.
I ain't get no Rams yet.
Not
none
one
of my
Rams. Not one Rams.
It's only 3 Rams technically that I'm expecting to hear. That's
Ramsey.
Four. Ramsey, Arnold, Stafford, and Cup.
In Cup, yeah,
that's it.
Well, there go 4 more slots gone. There go 4 more slots gone.
So it's starting to get a little dicey because, like you said, there's a lot of people we ain't mentioned yet. TJ Watt ain't been mentioned yet. So that's 10. So that leaves. So basically, that's 10 slots right there. So
that's narrowing. It's narrowing it down. It's narrowing it down.
Y'all just named 5 receivers.
TJ Watt should be the next defender after Aaron Donald.
So he just saying Ron just named 5 receivers. Then he almost named 7 quarterbacks. So
Yeah.
We ain't heard them names, so it's
Nine.
starting to get real.
Nine quarterbacks.
Nine
Nine.
quarterbacks.
He's nine. Yep, nine.
Yeah. So that's 15 right there. So it's basically at
Jackson
this
was
point we're
number
only down to 5 positions. So
Yep,
I mean,
Lamar Jackson was number
So
9.
you should be happy that you got Kirk Cousins on the list where you got him, man. That's a blessing.
we're Aaron.
When you look at it like that, you're right. Because out of them 9, he shouldn't be in front of none of those 9. No way, form, or fashion.
If those 9 aren't in the top 50, then
something wrong. Because the 9
but then again, like we said, we see a lot of people that had NAs, which means they took jumps and means somebody had to fall out. So I mean, it just depends on who. So, but I know my 5 will be there without a doubt. If they're not, then I'm boycotting.
Who you boycotting? The players? Because again, it's all the players that make this list.
I'm boycotting the NFL.
It's the players that come up with this list.
But in case, you know what I'm saying, that's our show for today. I appreciate y'all rocking with us this morning, being here. Myself, Bishop, Ron, First Formation. Be sure to check out, like, it's a couple of E2G network, 305, those that represent the 305 podcast at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, it's 2 Central and so on and so forth. Greatly appreciate y'all rocking with us. Coming up, we still got slots that's open for the First Formation's inaugural Fantasy Football League. So be sure to hit me up if you want to invite. At some point, if we don't get it, then I got to open it up. If no one fills it out, then we'll close it out and go with what we got. It just makes it easier on me at the end state. Gentlemen, any last words before you get up out of here?
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much to the Eric Smalls, the Kenneth Richardsons, the Anthony Prices, the Stan Mills, all of y'all for coming in on First Formation. Please excuse my tardiness, man. It was a long weekend, man. Just know, long weekend. Wife coming back in from out of town here soon. I expect her any minute. She was out in the Bahamas for her birthday. Her birthday is this weekend coming up, but she was out in Bahamas, out in Nassau, so she's been gone for a few days. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Love y'all for tuning in. Continue to tune in Monday through Friday from 09 to 1100 hours. That's 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time for you civilian personnel. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate you. Ron, the Speakeasy.